Guys, I genuinely think that the 49ers could win the Super Bowl this season. And there's definitely a path I see forward and kind of what I wanted to explain today. But what do I mean by all that? Let's get into it right now. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back today to another video on AJ's Yard. And guys, just your everyday 49er fan. The season's coming to a close, kind of, with 4 games in the regular season only left. And kind of is a great spot to talk about, playoffs and how that sort of looks like for the 49ers. Just before I get into Super Bowl and the playoff pictures, I just quickly wanted to just touch on the Cleveland game because I think the implications for the offense from this Cleveland game can be kind of foretelling a lot of what can happen in the playoffs. Cleveland's defense was really good. I mean, coming into the game, I think they were ranked number 3 or 2. So they were really freaking good, and I think the Niners playing a playoff team, well, if it's like the Rams or the Seahawks who have really good defenses, it can be really telling. But I think the 49ers have developed a good strategy, to keep themselves in games and even against really good defenses. And I give all the credit to, kind of special teams there. And even the defense in some parts for allowing the offense to always, and in this last game against Cleveland, 3 of the touchdowns that the Niners got were where the offense started in Browns territory. So starting field position has dramatically gotten so much better. I remember last year we were like always stuck in our own freaking goal line, trying to get out of there. But with this year, it's been a completely different story. Brant Boyer, the special teams coordinator, has done a really damn good job. Obviously, Robert Saleh, has done an awesome job. If I go through these touchdowns right now, the first one was Sky Moore, 66-yard run, which led to a CMC touchdown. Sky Moore, absolute beast. Love you. Then the second touchdown was the defense stopping a 4th and 1. I know the Cleveland Browns kind of suck, but Harold Fannin Jr., their excellent tight end, rookie, fumbled the ball, and the Niners were able to stop them there, which led to the Dougie Purdy touchdown. If a white man wants to do the Dougie, let him do the Dougie, man. Anyways, moving on. The last touchdown, the third touchdown, came from a muffed punt by, I think, their rookie Larvadine. And, it's kind of funny because Myles Garrett had just sacked and beat Trent Williams on a nice Euro step and sacked Purdy. But he had to come out on the field like literally 10 seconds later because of the muffed punt. So I thought that was funny. And then lastly, Jennings scored the last touchdown. Awesome to see. Purdy also had such a great game. And I actually wanted to let's talk about one specific play. And that was where Purdy was scrambling. This man deserves every penny of that $263 million deal that he got because he is so good and adds so much dynamic to our offense, man. I just think that mobile quarterbacks these days, that's the way to go now because I feel like mobile quarterbacks get caught up a lot unless you have like a Tom Brady-ass offensive line. But anyways, that's besides the point. It was nice to see that Purdy was able to scramble and didn't feel any pain. And yeah, it was just awesome to see that. And lastly, I know I sound like a broken record now. Robert Saleh, thank you so much. It's just vibes, man. I love Robert Saleh. I love what he brings to the Niners defense. Okay, guys, I'm done with that shit. Now let's get into the NFC playoff picture and kind of what that looks like. So looking at the playoff picture, we have our first 4 division leaders. Rams are at the top for the NFC West. But then you have the Seahawks, the Packers, and then the Niners at 7. I know people are like, oh, at 7, and that's kind of maybe where we stay at, which is possible. But what if I told you that the Niners could get the number 1 seed like they had in 2023, where they made it to the Super Bowl? What's the path forward, for the Niners getting to the number 1 seed? I firstly think that the Niners could get the number 1 seed is because of their rest of their schedule and strength of schedule. I think it's a very winnable schedule. The Niners have a bye week this week, really sad week, but after the bye week, the Niners under Kyle Shanahan are 43-18, and they also play the Titans that game. So that should be a win. After the Titans, they play a declining Colts team. They have not really been very good at establishing the run with Jonathan Taylor. I will actually be there for that game most likely. So we'll get to see maybe the Niners win there. Then we have the Bears, and I have a close friend that is a Bears fan, and he'll tell you himself, man, that the Bears haven't really beat anybody worthy. And you can say that they beat Philly, but Philly currently has their own issues going on with lack of offensive creativity. But I think we could potentially win against the Bears and then finally end the season. A tough game, I agree, but the Niners will be in their blackout jerseys, super sick, against the Seahawks. And the Niners have already beat the Seahawks one. This is now the second reason why I think the Niners could get the number 1 seed is because they have won a lot against their divisions. They're 2-0 against the Cards. That's not saying much, I agree. But they split against the Rams, and if they can win this game against the Seahawks, they will be 5-1 in the division, and that can set them up, of course, if their records are the same, for Niners being favored towards the 1 spot. So if they could win out from here, then that would put the Niners at 13-4. Yeah, I think that's 13-4. They would be 13-4, and that could definitely propel them all the way up to the number 1 slot, the number 1 seed in the conference. And the reason I am kind of excited about this, anyways, guys, that's just my little rant. I hope you guys have enjoyed this Niners bye week, but we'll watch football as always. And yeah, your everyday Niners fan signing off. AJ, have a good one. Take it easy, fam. Peace.